Is your door trim looking old and worn? Hey, this part's not even attached to the glass. It's just kind of floating around in there. Huh. Well, if you buy new ones, I'll show you how to install it. Look at this. Fits like it should. It's tight on the glass so it doesn't pop off. The edges are flush because it's not shrunk yet. I'm working on this part, but overall, that looks great. And when you open the door, the pieces aren't kind of just flopping around. They actually stay in place where they belong. That doesn't belong. I ordered these little trim pieces, these molding pieces they call them in Japan, for my door frame or the door glass, whatever these things are called. These were annoying me. They're not broken, but they've shrunk over the years of age, and you can see how it kind of separates from the glass here and just kind of falls into the channel. This one's not so bad. It kind of rubs. The other side looks okay. This side, it will get pinched on the plastic body panel here, and you can see how it's kind of raised up, and it shouldn't be like that. So they annoyed me enough to decide to pony up the dough to replace these. They're still available in Japan, at least. We couldn't buy them from the Mazda Parts American site. I tried to order them from a Mazda dealership locally, and they said it's now national back order and they won't place the order for me. But I was able to get them. They were shipped to me, just received them today. So I can show you how to install these. Let's start here by opening the door. I've never done this, but it's interesting how the plastic or rubber is actually shrunk or something. Like, look, I'm sure this used to actually be down here. So, simple enough. It looks like this literally just comes off. Just take it off. I have to open the door all the way. How does this part work? I don't know. I tried closing the door. That seems to have done the trick. Now this side, open the door again. Just pull it off. There you have it. One rubber trim removed. I'm going to take the antenna off. I'm going to take this top trim off. Actually, that should be good enough. Take the roof trim off. I didn't take off the antenna because I don't have to unscrew it. I can just push it out of the way. Should give me enough room to do what I need to do there. There's kind of some dust and dirt that's kind of under the trim, the old trim. Take this opportunity to clean it. So I'm just going to spray some of this stuff here and just wipe that dirt off. Take the new trim, make sure it's the right side. The short side goes towards the rear of the car. Put the corners on. Get that out of the way. Put the corners in. Put. Make it easier to open a little bit and do this side. And a little trouble getting this corner on. It's a bit more snug than the one I removed. Now I did it. Alright, rotate the rest of it in. You can see here that the new one is a little bit stiff and it's not conformed to the thing yet. So you'll have to kind of bend it. Don't force it, but it should fit nicely. Once you get it around the bend and it goes into that groove, it'll hold its position. I've got a bunch of junk kind of in my door groove here. I'm gonna clean that out too. So this side's the tricky side because it has all these weird bends, and you got to rotate this thing so you're pushing it in the right way. Maybe it's easier if I do this. All this for a piece of trim. An expensive piece of trim at that. Jeez. Whew. All right, check it out. I made the bend work after a lot of finagling and pushing. What was that, like about 8 minutes of trying to shove this in? Technically it's not even done. Okay, part 2. So I'm using my palm. Like I kind of put my fingers on the door frame, or like the, you know what I mean. So do that and use my palm to push down on it like this. I use my fingers to pull to give me leverage to shove this on. All right, so the mirror piece is thicker than the glass, I think. So shoving this in there is going to be a little bit tricky. Oh, look, I got it. Once you get it started, it goes in real easy. Look at that. Trim is replaced. Looks fantastic. All right, now I get to do this all over again on the other side. However, let's put this thing back over here. What I'm happy with is now that this piece is not flopping around. It's not like hitting the edge here and rubbing the paint. It looks good where it's all nice and tight and the gaps aren't kind of just dangling. Now, if you ask me, is this actually worth the amount of money that it cost to buy this? They're about 100, let's just call them roughly $100 per side. And then you got to pay like a broker fee to buy them from Japan. Then you got to pay shipping. I want to say this ends up being like $150 per side. Just wild guess. I didn't look at my invoice. I don't remember, but I like just breaking it down because I bought a whole bunch of stuff. I estimate if you buy this from Japan, it'll cost you about $150 per side, roughly. Now, is it worth it? Depends on how OCD you are. See how that side, it's a bit floppy, but this side's perfect now. So maybe it's worth it for you, maybe it's not. If you can happen to get it at roughly exactly like the $98 cost, it's not so bad. But if your car needs other things, don't buy this. Go buy something else. Buy the parts you need to make the car run and be well. I also bought the little piece for this too. Might as well replace this while I was at it. I was going to pay for all the shipping anyways. It'd be nice to replace the one that's available. Too bad that these other ones aren't available, but it is what it is.